Hi, this is Dr. Susan Jaleo of the Biz Savvy Therapist, and today I want to talk about your business plan, execution, and review. Now, this is not an exciting, sexy topic when we're talking about business planning, but it is the crux of how successful you will or will not be. The reality is that we can spend a lot of time putting together a beautiful business plan and really get very specific about who we're talking to, what we're going to say to them, how we're marketing. But at the end of the day, if you don't execute or implement any of it, it's a worthless piece of paper. So, a lot of what I want to do for people that join me in my program in the next coming weeks is help you to execute and implement and then review what's been happening so that you can continue to grow. The reason why I bring up review is because any plan we put into place is not going to be perfect, and you're not going to hit all the marks that you thought you were going to hit initially. That's because we're not mind readers and we can't always assume that we know exactly what our ideal clients are looking for or what they need. So what we do is we put together sort of our best formulation based on our research and based on our intuition, and then we let it go, we implement and see what happens. And then after a few months, we look back and review. How successful were we? How many new people do we have on our email list? How many new clients do we have in our office? How did they find us? Did they find us online, or did they find us through a community referral? And if they did find us through a community referral, are we thanking that person? Are we following up with that person? Are we making that connection more robust? So this is a really important piece of business planning, and I think it's where a lot of coaches and consultants kind of neglect their clients, because they can give you a ton of information and a lot of tools, and then they sort of disappear. And then you're sort of stuck with a lot of information, which can sometimes feel a little overwhelming, and then you get stuck. I know that has happened to me many, many, many times. I'll get all this information at first, it all makes a lot of sense, and I get really gung-ho and I start going forward, and then I have a question comes up, or I hit a bump in the road and I say, oh, that wasn't at all what I expected to happen. Now what? And I'm sort of left sort of not feeling supported, or I can't get my answer quickly enough, or it takes me a long time to sort of sort it all out on my own, and then I lose ground. And so that's why in the program that I'm putting together for you, there's a lot of pieces in there where I'll be interacting with you in a small group and individually to sort of tweak your plan so that it can be successful quickly and not sort of something that bogs you down and doesn't let you sort of start growing right away. Because what I really want for you is to see success quickly. So you really want to have in your plan benchmarks for execution, when you're going to do certain things, when you're going to take certain actions, and you also want to have benchmarks for review, when you're going to go back and look at what's working and what's not. Because over time, your business plan really is a very flexible, sort of organic document. It develops, it grows, it changes, and it shifts, and that's how it should be. So this really is a process, not an end point. So as you start thinking about putting together that business plan, I just want you to keep in mind that there's a big part of this that requires you to sort of set goals for yourself and take action steps along the way, so you're not left with a beautiful document that doesn't grow a business for you. So this has been Dr. Susan Jaleo of the Biz Savvy Therapist.